moment you waited for. Been searching in the dark, your sweat soaking through the floor. What's up, Leica? Hey, Rose! There's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that's real is left behind. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what can gather. Your fever dream, can't you see getting closer? Just surrender, cause you feel the feeling taking over. It's fire, it's freedom, it's flooding open. It's a picture in the pulpit and your blind devotion. There's something breaking at the brick of every wall, it's holding all that you know. So tell me, do you wanna go where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night? Impossible comes true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. Here we go. Colossal we come, these renegades in the ring, where the lost get found, every crown of the circus king. Don't fight it, it's coming for you, running at you. It's only this moment, don't care what comes after. It's blinding, outshining anything that you know. Just surrender, cause you're coming and you wanna go where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true, intoxicating you. This is the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down, and the sun can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. It's everything you ever want, it's everything you ever need, and it's right in front of you. This is where you wanna be. It's everything you ever want, it's everything you ever need, and it's right in front of you. This is where you wanna be. This is where you wanna be. Where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night. Impossible comes true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. What's up, Christy in the house? We light it up, we won't come down. What's up, Rocky? Can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. Impossible comes true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. We light it up, we won't come down, and the walls can't stop us now. Watching it come true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show. 'Cause everything you want is right in front of you, and you see the impossible is coming true, and the walls can't stop us now. Woo! What's up, everyone? Woo! Good morning, everyone. Go ahead and put into the chat where you are tuning in from. What's up, Angeline? Woo-hoo! All right, do this. Have your stop button here. There we go. Woo! What's up, you guys? Welcome to our 3/16 live stream. Go ahead and put into the chat where you are tuning in from. Laika, what's up, Laika from the Philippines? Jocelyn, Kareen, what's up, Kareen? Hey, Jocelyn. Go
go ahead and put into the chat. Mary J. What's up, Mary J? D. Christie. Hello, D. Welcome. D. Christie tuning in from Dubai. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's see. Here we go. Oh, yeah. So, hey everyone, welcome to our live stream. We are doing a 3-hour live stream today, and it's all about serving you. What we're sharing today is how anyone can change their story. Okay? So, let's see. D. Christie, feeling the vibes. What's up, Jocelyn? Hey, Banish. Welcome, tuning in from Pakistan. All right, pulling up here. Give me a sec. It's grateful to see everyone. I saw Syed on earlier. What's up, my brother? All right, so we're just getting set up here. We're very excited to bring you another live stream today. And let me boot this. Let me put this down. Let me put the volume up. You guys can hear me better. Feeling really good vibes here. Excited to get inspired. All right, what's up, D? So, as you guys are tuning in, our theme today, your story. Have you ever had a story that you knew wasn't serving you? Have you ever had a story you knew that story has stuck with you for so long, you want to just let it go? Well, today, it's all about changing your story. Make sure you share our hashtag changing your story on social media, Facebook, Instagram. We're going to be picking a winner from there. So make sure you share and invite your friends out to come join us. Okay? And and you can invite them to come join us on flowgiveslive.com. We'll have giveaways, we'll have storytelling, and we'll have special live coaching as well. So, regarding change, this year has been so much change. Not to forget about last year, but this year, what if you could take change of your life into your hands? What if you could take control of what you focus on, of your beliefs? Look, I get it. Most of us feel like at times we need to change ourselves. But what if change comes at us unabruptly? There are ways that we can embrace. There are ways that we can be comfortable with change. It's just how we frame things. The big idea today is to overcome that fear, that doubt, and challenge yourself into doing something new. 2021. Who here, I'm curious, who here, oh, let me see, sound. How's the sound? Are you guys able to hear me? Okay, great. Changing your story, Kiki Lomo. Wonderful. Change is always constant. Sometimes it's hard. The volume is low. Okay, let me see here. Maybe it's the background. Okay. All right. So, let's see here. Give me a second while we pull up the background. And let's just switch this back to here. And then let's use. How's the sound there? Can't hear anything. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Hooray. Flow Army. Let's give it up for Flow Army in a full effect. Okay. So let's go ahead. How's the sound now? Okay, Sound is good? Great. Amazing. Thank you so much. All right. Great, great, great. Awesome. So today we're talking about change and how to overcome that uncomfortable, that uncertainty that we all have, and to challenge yourself into doing something new. I want to give you an example of a journey of mine about change. A few years ago, there was an opportunity that came up. And this opportunity was this company that was going IPO. And me, my mentor, we were going out to Dallas. And we had this opportunity to go there to really understand the company, to meet the other investors there. We're taking this company and this technology public. And I was so grateful to be able to invest in this private round. Yet, I was pretty excited, nervous at the same time. You know, we were going to go into Dallas, Texas, and they had booked a private plane. And this was one of my dreams, I think, growing up, where I was like, oh, what would it be like to fly private? And I remember it was so funny, like when we went, it was an incredible opportunity. And I remember at that time I had a Samsung Galaxy phone. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but at the time, the Note, I believe, was like exploding. Like there was some big news about the Note exploding. So I was gathered there, and we were about to go on this plane. What I realized is somebody made a comment. It's like, oh, everyone take their phones out. If you don't have an Apple, or if you have that Samsung Galaxy, you can't get on the plane. And I remember just being terrified. Who here has ever been in a situation like that, where you feel like just, like the imposter syndrome of like not enough? And then I remember saying that wasn't the exact model that was gonna be, that was the one on the news. But I remember that I was on the plane. There was only 6 or 7 of us. And I remember at the time, it was, I froze, right? I had this fight or flight that just came up. And because these investors, they were from, big companies, and they were so like abundant and wealthy, and who was I? I was getting to understand. I was getting to really understand on that journey of that I had used Galaxy, I'd used Android for pretty much all my life. And so the opportunity came up for me to really reflect back and say like, hey, out of everyone on the plane, I'm the only one that's using Android. Maybe there was a part of being uncomfortable that was holding me back from embracing a different technology. And so I remember I was on the plane and I was like calculating the cost. Right? I was calculating the cost and I was like thinking, this is insane. I kept thinking like, oh, you know how many trips you could take? Now, my mentor had offered me this beautiful gift of my first private plane experience. And I want to share with you guys this because there's something about the thermostat that we have inside of us. The thermostat, like when you're in a room and you turn the heat up, right? And you turn the heat up and it gets too hot. What happens to the thermostat? It kicks in, right? It kicks in to cool down. So it's important to recognize that when we have these internal thermostats, there's a breakthrough and change that's just waiting to happen. And so I want to share this story with you guys because I'm curious, who here, when looking back on a change in your life, has seen that it wasn't that difficult or hard, or how you had imagined it? And I was already thinking about changing the phone to iPhone, but I couldn't make that leap. Well, right when I got back, I got myself an iPhone, and it was one of the best decisions ever. It was one of the best decisions ever because now I'm just going pretty much all Apple. And when you look back, it's that nudge of breakthrough, and that's what I want to plant a seed for you guys here today, is to be able to change that story. And what we're going to do is we're going to invite some of you guys, Flow Army, to come share your story. We're going to be doing giveaways for those who, last last live stream, Flow Army has submitted your personal stories to share with the world. And I've been reading through them. I want to first thank all of you for sharing. And today I'd like to invite some of you guys to come on to share your stories, right? In February 16th, we had different influencers. We also had Flow Army. But this one, I want to make it exclusively about Flow Army and anyone who wants willing to share their story and create the possibility of change and something new. So let's do that. Increasing volume. Okay, so let's do that. Kakate, thank you for that. All right. So just for you guys, just make this higher. Maybe that will help. Just be yourself with no insecurity. Now I can hear you. Great. Thank you guys for your patience. We are streaming live, so as you know, with any live, things can come up, and we are doing our best. Our team, our incredible team, Tony, we got V, we got Rocky, and for those of you guys who are coming in onto Zoom, we are doing it webinar style. So we're going to be, if you're in the room, we're going to be bringing people on, and you will be promoted to come on and to share your story, okay? So we'll be doing that throughout the day. So Angeline, I always support you. Thank you, Angeline. I appreciate that. I inspired because my friend pushed me into YouTube. Now I'm going to silent live stream. Start live stream. Great, Angeline. I'm proud of you. Amazing, amazing. All right. Yeah, we see you guys here. We see you, D. Hello. Shanoy Richards. What's up, Shanoy? All right. There is echo, but we can hear. As the saying goes, there's nothing permanent except change. Thank you, Karine. D. Christie, most of the time, fear stops us from achieving our dream. Sometimes we just have faith and jump. Remember this, fortune favors the bold, okay? One of the things I've learned as an entrepreneur is how do you take risks? How do you get comfortable with risk and take calculated risk? You see, at times people look at risk and they say, oh, you know, at times we have these limiting beliefs that we don't even know we have, but it's in the language that we say. So let me give you a quick example. So someone who, you know, they want to, let's say they want to get fit, right? And they know they haven't been exercising and they want to get fit. And so there's an example here. So here's an example of someone who says, you know, I wish I could lose 10 pounds. I'll try. I'll try really hard, right? There's a difference of energy, of how we speak that influences our belief system, that influences the outcome, right? Because in the language of what we say, when we say like, oh, you know, this is, you know, I could never be that good, or I could never be that. Because when you say that, what you're telling yourself is that you can never be that. And that lowers the confidence and ability to reach that outcome, to reach that goal. Versus if you bring up strength and power and confidence and stand with certainty, is that I am going to lose at least 10 pounds. So that's a different level of energy, okay? So I want to share this with you guys because there's these distinctions of what we say. And at times we take on limiting beliefs. We take on limiting beliefs that we're not even aware of, right? How many of you have had friends where it's very obvious, like when they're telling you a problem and it's very obvious what the solution is, but maybe they're not seeing it. And so that's what I want to create a space for us to come together, is to share our stories openly, right? You know, some of you, as I just shared with you the story about, you know, something on my first private plane experience. right? How I felt like, oh, like I felt like an imposter. I felt like, oh, I have this cell phone, and why was the cell phone? It might blow up, and it's just like, I just want to make you guys aware that we all go through this, right? The first day of middle school, first day of high school. Oh, I don't know anyone, right? Where do I sit at lunch? Wherever you are, we all go through that experience in life. And so I want to share this with you guys and pre-frame and set up the stage for Flow Army. We're streaming here live on YouTube. We're streaming here live on Facebook. And we want to be able to share our stories. Because when we do, there's power in taking ownership. Right? As I've shared with you guys before about being bullied, about being made fun of when I first came to America. How many of us have experienced that? And there's a distinction of sharing that and changing that story. Okay? So, what I want to do here is I want to look at, all right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to bring up some people to start sharing their story, okay? For those of you guys who have submitted your stories, I've been going over them. All right, let's see here. Okay, so I want to bring up Mary J. What's up, Mary? Mary J. Mary Juvie. Are you here? Are you here in the, let me see actually in the Zoom chat. Actually, let me pull up the participants who are already into the Zoom chat. Okay. Actually, I'm going to pull up, let's pull up Kakate. Go ahead, team. Go ahead and bring up Kakate. What's up, Kakate? Come on in. Let's do that. So, in a moment, Kakate is going to come on in. Kakate is part of our Flow Army and was one of the co-hosts that had led one of our Flow Gifts Friday that we do every Friday. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit the like button, smash that like button and subscribe to us and follow along on this journey, because we are creating a Flow Army for more freedom, more love, more opportunity, and more wealth. And we want to bring on Flow Army to just really acknowledge you guys, each and every one of you, for being part of this journey. We are so grateful and we're so appreciative of you guys coming to join us on this journey of flow. Kakate! Let me put this on here.
Hi.
Let me put guest on. All right.
Second
okay.
headset. Hi.
Hello. Hey, Kakate.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going? Why don't you share with our viewers where you're tuning in from?
I'm coming in from Zambia, Africa.
Zambia, Africa. I love your hair.
Thank you.
So, Kakate, I want to first just thank you for being part of Flow Army. You're always giving such beautiful energy, always dancing and sharing light and love. And I wanted to, just kind of uncover the story that you shared with us. Kind of share with our audience, as a nurse, what you encountered last year and what your journey's been like.
Can you repeat that? It was breaking. I didn't really get you.
Oh yes. So I wanted to share. Give me 1 second. I wanted to bring up about you sharing your story about being a nurse and your challenges from last year.
Oh, okay. I submitted the story where I got COVID-19 as I was working in the hospital. There was a patient who came in with a history of suicide. So we hadn't yet tested her for COVID. And when we tested her, she came out positive after we were already in contact with her. And I contacted the COVID-19 from her.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, Kakate, first I want to really acknowledge you, like being on the front lines and being a nurse, like last year and still going on this year with this global pandemic. We really want to honor you as someone out there serving and putting yourself out there at risk. We really, really appreciate that. And so, with that, like, what emotions were you going through when you were going through that journey?
Um, the emotion that I felt very much was fear. I was so afraid. It was a new experience. Not being able to breathe is a very scary experience. And what was going through my mind was fear.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned about like staying positive. What can you share with people who are tuning in from all over the world? Like when you're in that fear space and you've just gotten this you just gotten COVID. What did you do to help shift that into more positivity? Because I know you share with the audience about how you were able to change that mindset.
Okay, I just realized that when I get scared, the situation will only get worse. So I decided to remain positive, to play my worship music, and wait on God's strength. That's how I got strengthened, and I overcame it.
Beautiful. So you were playing gossip music, and you first became aware that it wasn't serving you, like it wasn't helping you. That's beautiful. And I want to ask you regarding changing the story. How has this experience, like, what has this experience made you more grateful for?
It has made me grateful for the air that I breathe. Being able to just the act of being able to breathe is underestimated by a lot of people. So I'm so grateful for the ability to just breathe freely.
Mmm. That is something so simple, yet at times we take for granted. Just the power of breath, just the gratitude in your heart to know that today is another day that we are alive. And so,
Yes.
you know, it's just at times we get caught up with, like, oh, we have this problem or this issue or this challenge. What about just getting grounded and just appreciating something as simple as breathing? So, Kakate, I want to ask you, uh, right now, what is life about for you?
Right now, life for me is about being in the moment, being present in the moment. No matter what you're going through, no matter what's happening, you just have to appreciate being alive, being there, and enjoying the moment. That's what it's about for me right now.
Hmm. And what do you have to share with Flow Army and for people who may be stuck in that space of fear? Maybe they just found out they got COVID. Maybe they just, have found out someone in their family has got it. What advice, what suggestion will you have for them?
Do not be afraid. Don't be scared of what is happening, for it is going to pass. When you stop being afraid, you're going to have the power to overcome, the power to continue living. Don't be afraid, be courageous.
Hmm. Be courageous. Be courageous. Because fear, if we let it, fear can take over. And so, one of the things I wanted to share with you, Kakate, is a pattern interrupt, a way to interrupt your pattern. So, at times when we start to go down that space of fear, a way to shift out of that. Okay? So I want to show you a simple process. Okay? It's called scrambling the eggs. You cook? You ever cooked eggs before? You scrambled the eggs? What we're doing here is we're going to scramble and interrupt the pattern of going down that cycle. Okay. So I want you to just close your eyes and take a deep breath with me and breathe out. And I want you to just start to think of a moment where you felt so much fear, so much doubt, so much uncertainty. Let me know when you have a moment with a thumbs up. Okay? So I want you to just go into that moment even more. What did you see? What did you hear? Okay? And then in a moment, I want you to just explode with much energy and scream and shout as much as you can. Okay? 3, 2, 1. All right, now you're awake! You're alive! You got the yes! What? Yes! Oh my goodness! How grateful are we to be able to breathe? Oh! Okay, now go back into that moment again. Oh, forgot to pay that bill or forgot to talk to that person, and just sucks, doesn't it? Just so painful, and all of a sudden, break free of it, Kate! You're alive! Oh my goodness, you're incredible! Yes! All right, one more. Oh, maybe you forgot to call your friend back. Oh, maybe you just yes, maybe you just you forgot something, and you just were judging yourself, beating yourself up, just like why didn't I buy more Bitcoin at 15,000? And break free, yes, break free, Kakate. Okay, wonderful, amazing, Kakate. Okay, so this is a simple process, right? Recognize that we all have movies that we go into. We all have stories that we go into. How do you feel right now? I'm curious.
I feel lighter. Yeah, I feel lighter right now.
Beautiful. And recognize that, when those things come up, because again, that's part of the human mind because of fear and doubt and uncertainty, because the mind is designed to protect us. So it's going to be looking for what's wrong. What's wrong? I forgot to take out the trash, or what's wrong? I forgot to do that. And then judging ourselves because it's designed to help us survive. And so what you just shared with us is that overall, we can go into the story of choosing what's wrong, but what's right is always there. And so by choosing that, you have the power to take control and ownership of your life. Kakate, I want to thank you so much for sharing your story. And I want to actually also, I want you to just go ahead again, close your eyes, and go into that moment of you forgot to pay a bill or something. You forgot to pay something. Kind of sucks. What's one thing that you forgot to pay off? Kakate, you just won $100. Congratulations. Thank you for being the first.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being the first to step up and share your
I'm
story.
going to pay off my student bill now. Thank you.
We appreciate you so much sharing your story. What do you have to say? What do you have to say to people out there of how you feel now?
Sorry?
How do you feel now?
I am so happy, and I'm happy I came on here, and I am happy to know you.
I'm so grateful to know you, Kakate. You're such a beautiful soul, and again, you serving out there, it's such a great honor for me to share this with you, and all the all the lives that you have helped, all the lives and people you have helped by being in the front lines. I know I have my brother Syed, who's on as now. He's a doctor, and I just appreciate you guys so much. So thank you so much, Kakate. We really appreciate you. Okay? So
Thank you so
make
much for
sure for
having me
those of
and
you guys
letting me
who are
tell
tuning
my
in,
story.
make sure you guys go ahead and fill out the Google form. I believe we have your information already, Kakate, but make sure because again, you can be multiple winners in a day. So thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you. And also, we'll look forward to the next time you host Flow Gives Friday.
I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully, I get to show my moves.
Yes. Oh, yes. Also, we're gonna bring on someone next. I believe Mary J is ready. We're gonna bring on someone next, and then we're gonna do a dance with you and Mary afterwards. Okay. So stay on, and we'll go ahead and we'll talk to you in a bit. All right. Thank you so much, Mary
Thank
J.
you.
What's up, Mary?
Hi. Good
Hello.
day,
Hello.
everyone.
Mary, where are you tuning in from?
I'm from the Philippines.
You're from the Philippines. Oh, Kakate, go ahead and mute. Go ahead and mute for now, Kadati. There we go. Awesome. Mary J, what's up, Mary? All right, I see your energy. All right, what energy would you say that between 0 and 10?
11.
11. All right, give me 20. What's the 20 energy there? Go ahead. I love that. That's a new dance move. Just you shake it on the opposite side. Oh, nice. Mary, so tuning in from the Philippines. First of all, Mary, I know just wanted to express gratitude for you being part of Flow Army. Thank you again for that art that you created for Marissa and I. That's pretty incredible.
Thank you.
Are you an artist?
No.
Hmm.
I cannot I cannot tell that I am an artist because I'm starting my artwork last 2020.
Mm.
It's basically June.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
And so,
Yes.
how long have you been creating art?
Actually, it was 10 months.
10 months. So,
Yes.
at what point can you call yourself an artist?
Pardon?
Uh,
What is it?
when can you call yourself an artist?
You can you can tell that you're an artist when you are very passionate with that. You're pursuing that because back on when I'm senior high, I cannot pursue that. My dream is being an artist, but I cannot pursue that because of the busy of my schedule on my school and study. That's why. You can
Hmm.
call an artist from the start when you create
Hmm.
drawings or anything.
Hmm. I have to say, Mary, based on what I've seen, I would call you an artist right now.
Thank you.
That was a pretty incredible piece of art that you shared with me. Like I don't think we have it to share with the audience right now, but Mary had created this incredible art. It's beautiful, and I wanna bring this up because, Mary, like you've seen me dancing, right? You've seen me dancing all around. We were Flow Army. We're just all dancing all the time. For so long, I would not
Yes.
say I was a dancer. When people ask me I was a dancer, I was like, oh, I'm not a dancer. Because in my mind, a dancer was like Michael Jackson, Justin Timberlake, Usher. Like I'm like, oh yeah, that's dancer. Like me, I'm not a dancer. So I want to bring this up to you because I've seen your art, so I know like what you're capable of, and I want to bring up this for to share with our Flow Army because of what I mentioned earlier about the language of what we speak. Okay, Because when I say I'm not a dancer, what does that tell? What does that when I'm okay? So say we're about to dance, which we are in just a little bit. Say I'm about to dance, and I'm like, ah, Mary, I wish I was a dancer. I wish I was a dancer. You know, a dancer, and we at times come up with these arbitrary goals of what we define as that thing, right? Oh, a dancer has to have 1,000 hours of dance. That's when I'm a dancer. Or a dance is when I'm dancing on a music video. That's when I become a dancer, Mary. What would you say to me if I were to share that with you? Like, Mary, I wish I was a dancer. I wish I haven't had professional like one-on-one training with someone who's trained Janet Jackson before, so I'm not a dancer. What would you say?
You can be a dancer. You
And yes, I can.
can be a yes. Yes.
So, yeah, I just wanted to point this out, this distinction to you. And again, we're just gonna be doing this impromptu with Flow Army as what I observe and what presence, because I just know that you're an artist. And so I want to take you
Thank
through.
you.
I want to take you through a quick process here, Mary. All right. So I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to take a deep breath with me. Breathe out. And I want you to breathe in again. Breathe in. And breathe out. And with your eyes closed, I want you to see yourself as an artist. I want you to see yourself in your divine essence and gift as an artist. What does that look like? I want you to see yourself maybe accepting an award for sharing your art. I want you to cheer. I want you to in a moment just shout out, "I'm an artist," as loud as you can. Will you do that?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Go ahead,
I'm
man!
I'm an artist. I'm so sorry.
Louder, louder, louder!
I'm
Scream it,
sorry.
own it!
It's 1 a.m. in here. I'm afraid to wake up with my dad.
Okay, that one shout was enough. Wow, amazing, amazing. And thank you guys. I know you guys are tuning in from Dubai, from Africa, from Jamaica, from the Philippines, from all over the world. And so I recognize that there's time difference. And so 1 a.m. Thank you so much, Mary, for joining us and for your gifts and for sharing with Flow Army. Okay, go ahead and put into the chat. Like, is there something that you feel like you're not that, right? Like an artist, a creator. I'm not a good lover. I'm not a good entrepreneur. Like, is there some limiting belief that you can put into the chat? Because there's power in you being aware of it. There's power in you acknowledging that, oh, there's this thing that I keep telling myself over and over, and it's simply not true. Okay, so Mary, I want you to say it's not true, but with strength. You don't have to be, it doesn't have to be loud, but stand like the queen you are and own yourself and say, it's not true. I am an amazing artist.
Okay. Go.
Yo, go ahead.
It's not true. I'm a true artist.
Yes.
Yes.
I love the Mary like celebration. Like this is
Yeah.
this is an amazing celebration. Okay, so Mary.
I Mr. Sage Flow.
Yes.
I can offer free drawing with one of the winner or two of the winners.
What?
Yeah.
Flow Army. I
Just
love you guys.
Two or
Oh my
one
goodness.
or two
All right.
winners, yes.
Okay, so we're gonna have later on as part of we're gonna have dance offs throughout. So how this is gonna work for the next 2 hours is we're gonna bring on 2 speakers and we're gonna have a dance off. We're gonna have some fun, and then out of those winners, we'll also pick for a winner on top of what we're already gifting as well. So thank you so much, Mary. Oh, Mary, real quick. So what was a challenge that you had in last year in 2020?
The challenge that I experienced was my friends getting few because of the COVID-19. There are people that will gonna leave you or backstab you, but I'm thankful of that because I know the real person will be by your side and be true to you.
Hmm.
Yes. And I love them. One of my friends are there, like Aguilar. Shout out.
Oh, Laika, right?
Yes.
Oh, amazing, amazing. It's a
She always
special,
support.
yeah, special shout out to Laika for Mary J. Yeah, you were gonna say?
She always gonna support me when when I'm drawing free and I getting his picture and example of my drawing.
Hmm.
Yes.
Support system and friendship. It's
Yes.
so key, right? And I love how you saw that challenge with all the things that were going on with COVID. It actually and you know perhaps friends who weren't really friends, you were able to deepen your relationship with Leica, yes, and discover like what it truly means to be there for each other.
Yes.
Beautiful. And what would you what would you share with Flow Army? What would you share with Flow Army? Maybe someone's feeling like backstabbed, or you know somebody did something that hurt them and they thought they were their friend. Like what advice would you have to say to them?
Just be strong and just believe in yourself. Always believe in yourself that you
Hmm.
can do it, whatever they want, whatever they did to you. Just be strong.
Just be strong. Show me what a strong, powerful pose is. What's your strong power pose?
Yes.
Yes! I love how you just vibrate with energy. You're like, yes, even like holding it up. Amazing, amazing. Well, I really want to honor you, Mary J, for sharing this story because, you know, the thing is that and when we go through challenges, again, what's wrong is always there for the taking, but so is what's right. And you sharing how it actually deepened your relationship and actually how it found help you appreciate your friends more. True friendship is something very inspiring, and I think everyone can relate to that because we all have relationships or have been through relationships where maybe it fell apart or maybe it just wasn't what we had expected it to be, and we feel hurt by it. But recognizing one, always believe in yourself, and recognizing that there are, you know, to deepen other, to be grateful for the relationships that do sustain. And so I want to thank you for sharing that. And really amazing offer from Mary J, you guys, to do a drawing. You know, go ahead and put into the chat. Go ahead and put into the chat if you ever had, let me see. Oh, Shanoy Richards, free drawing. Kareen, I want. Like my friend, you are awesome. You are so incredible, Mary. And you know, thank you for coming on and sharing your story. I want to gift you $100 for sharing your story. Thank you so much, Mary J. Celebrate a silent without sound. Celebrate, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mary J. You have such presence and beautiful energy, and you are an incredible artist. I've seen it with my own eyes, and I'm not just saying that. I've seen what you're capable of, and the more you take ownership of that, like walk around, like what would the artist? What's a nickname for your artist? What's your nickname for your artist?
Maria J.
Marie J. Beautiful.
Yes.
You want to know mine? Mine's J Flow. Hello. All right, thank you so much, Mary J. So let's bring on Kakate, and I'm gonna put onto the gallery chat so that we can have a dance off. And in this dance off, we're going to, I'm just going to shout out different, let me see. We're gonna shout out, oh, hold on one second. We're just getting it set up right now. Go ahead, V. So we're gonna have some fun dancing, and we're gonna pick a song. And in this song, I'm just gonna shout out different, different emotions, because I want you to recognize that you can take control of your emotions. So let me give you some examples, okay? What would a sad person look like, right? Would a sad person be like standing, big eyes, bright smile, shoulder back? Or would a sad person be like a little bit low on energy, just maybe like put their head down, maybe like trying to hide, or you know, and what would a powerful person look like? What would a powerful person look like, right? Like strong. What would a confident person look like? Right? So I want to do this exercise while we're dancing with you guys to show people that you can control your emotions. And are there some days where you get up and you're like, "Oh, I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to see anyone. Like, oh, I just want to lay in bed all day." Are there days like that? Sure. But realize that with your state, your emotional state. And so what we're going to do here in just a moment is we're going to play a song, and I'm just going to shout out emotion, okay? So I'm going to shout out emotion, and I want you to just embody it to the best you can, okay? All right. And so I'm curious, Kakate, and go ahead and unmute as well. Hey, Kakate. You know Mary J?
Hi.
Hi. I want to just take a moment right now and just really appreciate that, Kakate, you're in Zambia, right?
Yes,
What time is it there?
it's 7:32 p.m.
7:52 p.m. Right now in San Diego is 10:30 a.m. And right now for you in the Philippines, 1 a.m. Mary J?
Yes, 1:32 a.m.
1:32. I love the way you say that. I want to just really appreciate the technology that we have in the world. Like we are just like triangle tuning in, and we're gonna be dancing in, and let's just create this energy of flow to share with people, because we're all connected. We're all the same, right? That's why for 11/11 I did this live stream on how you are not alone. I know sometimes we may feel alone. Sometimes we have bad days, or we have challenges or struggles, and it comes up. But I really want to create a space to let you know that you are not alone. Okay? All right. So, let's dance. All right, here we go. I'm going to take over. Okay. Let's do... Oh. Okay. Let's do this song. Here we go.
I'm too sexy for my love. Too sexy for my love. Love's going to leave me.
Okay. Here we go. I want you to be excited. Be excited 100 times. Excited.
Too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So
Okay. Be
sexy,
scared. Let's give it up for them. That was incredible, you guys. All right. Thank you. Stay tuned. Make sure our team gets a hold of you guys. You guys have your information so we can get those prizes out to you guys. Thank you for your patience and really appreciate you guys. Okay? Woo! Flow on. Thank you. Here we go. All right. Let's do. Oh, here we go. Okay. So let us do that. All right. Thank you guys again. And so, a couple things as we get into this next part, which is about limiting beliefs. I can't say enough. Let me turn up the volume. Okay. Okay, here we go. How's the volume? Volume good? Hmm? Okay. All right, so we're gonna have some fun today. Who's having fun? Go ahead and put into the chat. Who's having fun right now? Korean, all good, loud and clear. Oh, thank you, Ron. I appreciate that. Oh, Crystal's in the house. What's up, Crystal? Great dancers. Yes. Let's show them some love. Let's show Kakate and Mary J some love. Love you guys, Corinne. Love it. Ron doing the dab. Yes, be confident. Akalamode. Kiki Lomo. Amazing. Love the energy, D. Dancing with you here in Dubai, D. Christy. Love it. I love co-creating this opportunity and space to share a flow and energy and to just talk about life, talk about our dreams and our hopes. And, you know, as I'm sharing with you guys about changing your story, realizing that you can change your story in different ways. You can change your story by the physical act of dancing or singing or standing taller, right? There's a Harvard study that shows by just standing with confidence in a power pose with just a few minutes a day, looking in the mirror, you can elevate that confidence, right? I'm curious, go ahead and put into the chat, Flow Army, how do you get more confidence? Again, this is a co-creation, and I really want to share not just my perspective, but from the perspective of everyone here. Like, we can learn from each other. So, what is a way that you get more confidence? Go ahead and put into the chat. Corinne, having so much fun. Love it. All right, let me just take here. Oh, 6:30 p.m. in Nigeria. Kiki Lomo. Crystal, I'm in school and I'm trying to be on this live because I love supporting you. Thank you so much, Crystal. Thank you, appreciate it. And Corinne's like, all right, so for confidence, when wearing my lipstick, Corinne says, ooh, when I'm with positive people, D says, and just believing that I can do it, just believing that you can do it because you can. Realize the power of your beliefs. Shanoy Richards, whenever I need confidence, I go in front of my mirror and tell myself, what makes you great? You know, that is beautiful, Shanoy. Like, how many of you guys, like, when you're walking by a mirror, there's a mirror right there, you're like, hey, great job. You're doing great, right? How many of you give yourself that encouragement, that love that you deserve, right? At times, I hear this over and over as I'm out there coaching and helping people, of people wanting love outside of themselves. And when you realize that you can bring that love from within you, you change your life, because it reduces and can eliminate the need to seek validation, seek approval outside of you, and just to know that you're enough. And so I'm going to, let me grab this. All right, so let's see here. All right. So this next part, let me see. I am worthy. Laika says to herself, I am. Shanoy, I do it every day. Yes, Shanoy. Incredible. Now, Dolce, now am more concerned of lifting up myself so that builds confidence to face others. Let me see in this here. Participants. Okay, I see Shanoy in the room. Like, yeah, for Flow Army, for those of you guys who are on YouTube as well, come join us. Come join us. I believe it's We Flow now. No, Flow Gives is the YouTube stream. Yeah, so Kiki Lomo, Mobanga, I believe Shinoy is already there. Dolce, come on into We. So later on, we're going to be bringing some of you guys up to share your story, okay? And so I want to talk to you guys about dreams right now. Test, test, test. Can you guys hear me now? Karine, just be yourself. I about happy thoughts. A happy run. What's a happy run look like? Just like running like, yeah. Life is great. Life again. There's an element of you know, saying it out loud that gives you power. Okay? Love yourself, then share the love to others. Yes. So on, again, once of you guys who come into the room, we're going to be picking people to come up, and then you guys will be able to show yourselves on video. So I dream to have a complete family. So yeah, go ahead and put into the chat, what is a dream look like for you? What is something that you dream and hope for? Okay? You know, again, with us coming as more and more vaccines are rolling out, and people being able to more travel more, or people get back to a new normal, what is your dream? What do you hope for? And I want to plant a seed with you guys, because realize that for so long, I didn't know what I was just chasing. I was just chasing more achievements, right? I remember this came from when I first moved to America, and I was just completely so frightened as a kid. I didn't know what was going on. I just knew going from, you know, Taipei, Taiwan to the U.S., I just knew there were all these people who were just speaking a language I didn't understand. And, you know, I share with you guys the stories about being bullied, right? I shared with you guys this. I remember, you know, coming as an immigrant, coming to America. And as a kid, you go to this class called ESL. And I remember, like, just really struggling to learn the language. And I would beat myself up. Like, I would judge myself so harshly. I remember there was this one day where I was just so confused about my identity. Am I Chinese? Am I American? Right? I was learning English, and yet at the same time, I wasn't that good in Chinese as well. I remember this one time, my brother Jack, he would like try to teach me Chinese. I remember sitting there just like judging myself over and over. How many of you guys have judged yourself before like that and beat yourself up, right? I remember just like in that moment, it was like day after day, and I just wasn't getting it. I wasn't getting Chinese, and I was struggling with English, and I would break down and just cry and just like think these like I'm worthless thoughts. Because you see, I thought when we moved to America, I didn't see it as the American dream. I didn't see it as like, oh, the land of opportunity. As a 5-year-old, I saw it as uncertainty. I saw it as change, and I feared it. I didn't know what to expect. I was getting bullied. I was getting made fun of. And, you know, it wasn't until like through basketball where like it was like one of the first things that I knew I fell in love with here in America. And I would just play all the time as after school, sometimes before school, even at night. We have this light set up in the back, and I always found like a comfort in basketball. And it wasn't until I found that like confidence in myself that things really began to change. Because for so long, I would just like, you know, I would just be like hiding or just like, you know, just feeling very alone. I had two older brothers, but I felt like a sense of unworthiness, of like almost like, what did I do wrong for me to not be with my father in Asia? And I share this story with you guys because for so long, my dream was to be with my dad. And what I linked to that, what I linked to achieving that dream was, oh, I gotta make a lot of money. My dad has a lot of pressure. He's running a business in Asia. He has these employees, and he's all I hear him talking about money with my mom, and like I remember just this one time when they were arguing. They were arguing over money, and I remember like there was this door that I would just like crack ever so slightly, and I just listened in, and it just broke my heart. It broke my heart that my mom was working two jobs, and they were arguing over money, and I just didn't know what to do. And I remember just running into my room, and I remember slamming the door and just leaning up against the side of the door. I slid down and sat down and just buried my head in my hands, and I just started crying uncontrollably. I just started sobbing so hard. First, I was blaming myself, like somehow it was my fault that they were arguing. And then all of a sudden, it was like a light bulb hit me. It was like I was like, oh, I got it. I know what the solution is. I know how I can solve everyone's problem. I know how I can be with my dad. I know how I can help my mom. I'm going to grow up and I'm going to make a lot of money. And I'm going to save them. That's how an achiever was born. And growing up from that moment, like, if you say the word perfectionist, like, that would be an understatement of how I treated myself growing up. Because there was this fear of like, okay, I gotta make money. All right, what do I have to do? What do I have to do to make money? And I thought that was my dream. I thought that was the solution. It's like, oh, I'm gonna be rich. I can save everyone. And it wasn't until I realized that was just an imprint of pain as a 5-year-old. And that's not really who I am. Do I enjoy creating abundance and sharing it? Yes. But there's a distinction that I realized and uncovered that I'm going to share with you in this story here. My life story is the freedom that I felt when realizing it's not about that. What you think might be your dream and your hope, like, oh, I wanna fly that private plane, or one day, it might not be truly what you want. It might be something that you saw in a magazine when you were 7, and you're like, oh, that's cool. And you're feeling like, oh, somehow that validates who you are. For some people, it could be buying their first home, even having a car, even having a great job. And I want you to bring this idea of dream because when we're bringing on people later on, we're going to be sharing our stories of challenges and what is possible. What do you truly want? And so I share this story with you guys because of the pain that I felt growing up, the fear. I was terrified. I was terrified of what if I don't make enough money? You know, in elementary school, you know how down what you want to be when you grow up? Like, oh, like a fireman, a policeman, or, you know, like, president, like whatever it is that you might have put there. You know what I put as like a 6 or 7-year-old in elementary school? I put that I was going to be an investment banker. I knew the term investment banking at 6 or 7 years old. And, you know, I'll share with you guys another story about that when I got to college, and I just like worked so hard just to get there. And, but I want to, yeah, all right, so the dreams that you guys put, let me just check out what you guys put here. I wanted to be a teacher, Shinoy Richards. Beautiful. Oh, thank you, Shinoy. I'm happy it worked out for you. Oh, thank you, D. Yeah, go ahead and put into the chat, what are your dreams? What do you want? If you wand, if you could have a magical wand and you can just wave it, what would you want to appear? All right, I'm gonna be bringing a couple people up here to share. Peace is what I want. Beautiful, Kirlis. My dream is going to somewhere like America. Angeline, beautiful. Angeline, what I want to offer you is get very specific on where you want to go in America. You want to go to New York, you want to go to Miami, like, and then find a picture of the place that you want to go, print it out or have it on your phone as a background, and just visualize what it would take to create that, okay? For confidence, Kagate put, I also want put on my makeup, beautiful. Angeline, hey, let me see if my chat here is a little bit laggy here. Oh. Yes? Yeah, it's just a little bit yeah, just a little bit laggy. Hey V, we might need to turn off Team Viewer. It's acting a little bit laggy here. Oh, there we go. Gotcha. I dream to have a beach house, even a small one, and a farm. D. Beautiful. All right. So, oh, okay. So I want to just share, as we're getting ready to bring up a couple of you guys to share your story about dreams. Dreams. What is your dream? What does the dream life look like? Right? So let's see here. I dream to have a beach house. So D, what does that dream house look like? You know, where is it at? Who's enjoying that dream house with you? Right? What's a day in the dream house look like? I want to teach you guys the power of visualization. The power of putting it into your mind, what you want, as if it's already there. Because our mind has the power. It can't distinguish what is, just imagine our mind as computers, right? So you can create that visualization of that beach house in your mind there, right? You can dive in deep. Like, just imagine that beach house where the seagulls are outside just gently squawking. There's the gentle tide of the waves crashing, just lulling you to sleep at night. The sun is just bright, luminescent of joy and life. You hear your partner laughter as the morning coffee awakes you, right? Describe your dream in as much detail as possible and go there often. That way you give it energy and flow. You see, at times, people go into the energy of what they fear. And what they don't realize is that by doing that, more and more. And so, this visualization and setting out intention for what you want to create out in the world. Yes, Dolce also wants a dream house. Beautiful. Leica, I want to be a pilot and become CEO of a top famous international airport. Ooh, interesting. Okay. All right. Let's see here. You know, I want to help children. Beautiful. All right. Let's bring up Leica. Leica. Go ahead. My team will elevate you to the room. And you can come on. And when you come on, turn on your camera. And while we're waiting for that, just pull this up here. Dun, 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 dun. D, getting specific now. Beach house will be my private breakfast with family. With 1-year-old baby playing in the sand, hearing the sound of the sea waves. Yes. Get granular. Get very specific with what that looks like. And give it more energy. Give it more love. Because when we create, when we go into, there's that abundance mindset of living your dream. And the scarcity mindset of, I'm not going to say it because what if I don't get it? It's not about the beach house. It's not about the billion breakthroughs, whatever it is your outcome is. It's about who you become as part of that journey. And for me, it's about contribution and serving. So when you bring that beach house, when you bring that 1-year-old baby and that partner and your family visiting, like when you bring those elements of giving and contribution to others, it gives you more strength. When people are stressed and fearful, who are they usually worried about? They're usually worried about themselves. What if they don't like me? What if I say something stupid? Right? Just these are limiting and self-judging beliefs. Okay? So, let me see. Oh, I see Leica. What's up, Leica? I'm going to go into guests. 3, 2, 1. What's up, Leica? Hello. Do you have it unmuted? Hello. I don't know that we can hear you. Yeah, maybe turn up the volume on your side. Let me see. Let me maybe turn this off. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know that I can hear you. Wait, go ahead and speak up. Oh. Go ahead and speak up again. Yeah, it's very muffled. Yeah, I think it's on your end. I'm hearing the comments from Flow Army.
Hello.
There you are. It's better. So you gotta really hold it up and you gotta shout. Yes. Wait, go ahead. Where are you tuning in from again, Leica?
I'm from the Philippines. It's already 2 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So we're gonna whisper here. We're gonna whisper here, Leica. Welcome.
Yes, I'm sorry because my family right now is sleeping there.
No problem.
Then
All right. So let's see. What can we do with a silent, minimized sound? Maybe you can. Maybe you can share what is a challenge that you had last year.
this time of pandemic, a lot of challenges come in our family. My mother, and also my father also loses their job, but I have a faith. I need to. Oh my God! I need to fight. I need. I need to cope up all the challenges because my family umaasa sila sa akin. Then, yes, everyone can hear me. I doesn't.
Yeah, hold. It's hard, so hold it up closer, and if you can, just speak a little bit louder. Yeah, the Flow Army doesn't seem to be able to hear you.
I don't know what's the problem. It's because of my earphone or what. I'm sorry, everyone.
It's probably the microphone. It's okay. Um, it's okay. Like, I want to just acknowledge, your presence in the Flow Gives Fridays that you join, and you're always giving energy and shout outs. So
I'm always
while we
always
can't
smiling.
while we can't hear you, we're gonna maybe you can join us on our dance in just a moment. We're gonna bring up two other people, and yes, I'd love to gift you a $50 gift card. Like, congratulations! All right, thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Thank you. All right, congratulations. Wait, why am I whispering? Congratulations, like that's funny, huh? Like you always like, oh yeah, just started getting like softer, softer, softer. Yeah. All right, congratulations, Leica. All right, so let me see who else is in the room here, and let's go ahead. Do, 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 do. Okay. All right. Yoga. Yoga. Yoga gives you more confidence. Great. Okay. So let's see here. Yeah, I think my computer is lagging a bit. So good thing I got this back up here so I can see the comments. Flow on, Junali. Let's put this here. Dun, 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 dun. Who in the Zoom room has submitted a story? Oh, let me see. All right. Shanoy. Shanoy Richards. Go ahead and elevate Shanoy Richards to come join us. And let's move it here for now. All right. Okay, while we're waiting for that, if you haven't yet already, make sure you smash that like button, and invite some friends to come join us on flowgiveslive.com. Okay? It's very important that you share. I've been sharing this with you guys, and this is part of my life purpose. And when we share, when we contribute, there's so much that we can give out in the world and making a difference together. D. Christie invited my sister and niece as well. Wonderful, D. Each of us adds value in this world. D, great job for inviting your family and friends. Next up, we'll have D come on after Shanoy Richards so she can be on standby. Great job, D. What's up, Shanoy?
Hi guys.
Hello, great. We can hear you. We can communicate. What's up, Shanoy?
I'm good. I'm at work though.
Oh, you're at work? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a little bit of time to chat?
Yeah.
Okay, great. You're tuning in from Jamaica, right?
Yes, Jamaica.
Awesome, awesome. What time is it over there?
It's 1:06 p.m.
1:06 p.m. Wonderful. So just 2 hour difference. I'm actually coming to Puerto Rico to visit on Friday.
Oh,
Yes, so I'm gonna be in the AST time zone. All right, Shanoy. So you submitted a new story. I haven't seen the most recent story, but why don't you tell us about it?
yeah, I submitted the one about moving around a lot as a child
Yes, go.
because I felt left out. Yeah. Give me a minute, 1 minute, please.
Yep.
1,000. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just dealing with someone right now.
Oh, no problem. Okay. All right. So what should I? Man, I love you guys, Flow Army. People calling in from work, people calling in from school. Make sure that you guys are able to talk when we bring you guys on, because we want to be able to keep the flow going. All right. No problem, Laika.
Okay, I'm back.
Thank you, D. All right. So, Shania, yeah, share
Yeah.
with us what your story was about.
Yeah, I lost my mom when I was like 7 years old. And like after that, I had to move around a lot because like everywhere I went, I just felt like no one wanted me. Everywhere I went, they always sent me somewhere else, and I just kept moving. And then one day I just said, you know what? When I grow up, I'm going to get enough money to move out on my own. Therefore, no one will be there to tell me that you can't stay here anymore. You have to leave. And now I am living on my own at age 19.
Yes, let's give it up for Shanoy. So Shanoy was actually also a winner of a 1 hour coaching session with me, so I know this story. And
Yeah.
so share with the viewers, like when you were feeling like abandoned, when you were feeling like life's not fair, what got you through those dark times?
The thought of getting out of it one day, the thought that the future will be brighter. One day I'm going to be happier, and all this will just feel like it never happened. I used all that negative energy to push me to be greater.
That's incredible, and so such resiliency, right? And so I wanted you to share, when those things came up, and when you were looking at one day it would be better, were you looking like for help outside, or did you take control?
I didn't look for help outside because I was like, what if someone helps me and then use it against me? So I'm like, no, I have to do this on my own.
Mm.
Yeah.
And what do you have to share with someone who, perhaps lost a parent, a mother or father? Like what advice would you have to share, having gone through what you've gone through? Maybe they're in that darkness and in that pain right now.
I would say it will get better soon. Yes, you'll feel down. Yes, you will wake up some days and just start crying and don't know why, but all that pain will go away one day. You'll feel good and you'll make them proud.
And I shared this with you also in our one-on-one, that I'm so proud of you, Shinoy, like for being independent, the strong warrior of taking ownership of your life, and really acknowledge all the sharing that you've been doing on Facebook, on social media, of sharing the Flow Army energy out there. And I want to ask you, what is life about now for you? Now that you've overcome this challenge, what is life about for you now?
Life is all about just being happy, enjoying the moment, and helping others as much as I can. Like if my friends, some of them weren't able to move out of situation that I was in. So what I do is I try to give them the best advice that I can and just tell them that one day you'll make it out and you'll feel better.
I love that heart that you have to, because when we come through that pain, we know what that's like. And when with our friends or other people, when we see that by contributing to them and contributing to their lives, we can make a difference together. And so I honor you for that. And I want to ask, what is your dream about now? What is a dream that you have?
My dream is to start my own business. So my boss right now, she's trying to help me to figure out what type of business I want, what I want to provide, what type of service I want to provide, and so on. So that's what I'm working on right now.
Amazing. You know, one thing is that in what you just shared with me, because I started a business when I was 18, 19 years old in my mom's garage with almost nothing, a few $100s. And so I know that if I can do it, anyone can do it. And I love how, you're able to have this dream, right? And so I want you to just think about on your own time, like what what's one thing that you could start, right? So I remember when I was your age, I had a lot of time, but not a lot of money. So what I did was I realized as an entrepreneur, you want to solve problems, you want to affect change. So what I did, I believe it was like almost 100, almost like close to 100 days. Every day I would write down a new idea. I remember like whatever the idea, don't judge it if it's good or bad. But every day, write down an idea of what business you want to start. Like I'll tell you, like I had an idea about a coffee machine that could play music, as it served you coffee, like music from Italy. I had this idea for like a brush that would be like automatic and dance while it was brushing. Just don't judge it. It's the ideation, it's the creation of that idea. Okay, so is that something you're willing to take on uh, for let's say 30 days?
Yes,
Yeah.
I could take that on.
Okay. So we'll do a follow up, and this is something that's so key because as an entrepreneur, it's about solving problems. It's about creating value for others. And so any idea, I want you to jot it down, and then we can maybe have a conversation about it afterwards. Okay.
Yes.
So, and to help, because I started with just $800, to help, I'm going to gift you $100, Shanoy, for sharing your story, for taking a step towards your dreams. Okay?
Thank you.
All right. Are you able to dance in a bit?
Yes.
All right. Great. Awesome. Thank you so much, Shanoy. I really appreciate your energy. And, again, in our session, I really got present to all that you have overcome just to be where you are. And you talking about presence is so inspiring, especially when people are like, "Oh, they're complaining about like first world problems, like, oh, the sound just went out, or something like that. And just getting present to live in a state of gratitude. So thank you so much, Shanoy. Appreciate you.
Always a pleasure.
Okay, wonderful. All right, so go ahead and stay on. You can mute, and then let's see here. So Carolise, I love your story. Karine, I love your story. Yes, let's give her some love. It's very courageous to share something like that has happened to you, and to recognize that you have the power. You have the power to take ownership of yourself. Okay, so let's see here. Great, Jocelyn. Yes, very inspiring story. Let me see here. Yeah, there's multiple things going on right now, but mainly I can't change the view. Oh, the view works. Okay. All right. So, for those of you guys, again, we had put on a link on the last live stream. I put a link for you guys to tune in and to submit your story. Okay? So we're picking stories from people who have submitted the story. And actually, why don't you, yeah, I think it's on YouTube as well. the link there to submit your story for a chance to be spotlighted on the live stream. D. Christie. Oh, yes, D. Christie should be up next. Let me see. Is D. Christie here? Yes!
Hi, James.
Hi!
How
What's
are
up,
you guys?
D?
Army, Flow Army, how are you all?
Yes, D's in the house. Hi, hey D. So you had invited you said your sister and your family?
Yeah, and also my sister-in-law is joining us, so family is here.
Incredible. Incredible. So that's we've been picking people who have submitted stories last time, but again, there's something powerful about when you share. Okay? So thank you for sharing and bringing on other people because we're growing this. We're growing this and we can't do it without you. We can't do it without each of you sharing and taking the courage and the love and the compassion to share something that brings you joy. That brings you like
Yeah.
we're giving away you guys free money. You should be like shouting it on top of rooftops, right? This is abundance mindset. And so, D, where are you tuning in from?
I'm in Dubai,
Du-
UAE, Middle
Dubai.
East.
So speaking of dreams,
It's 10 p.m. here.
10 p.m. Wow. Again,
Yeah.
we're global. It's about 11:17 here. And so,
Yeah,
yeah,
sharing all the positive vibes all over the world. Thank you for that, James. Really.
I love Dubai, even though I haven't been. And I'll tell you why I love Dubai. So growing up, I had this. I think it was a math book or algebra book or something. But on the front, it had a cover of the. I think it's a seven-star hotel. I think it's the what's it called?
Burj Khalifa
Yes,
or Burj Al Arab. Yeah, yeah,
yes. It's kind of like art, and
yeah.
I just love the architecture of that building. And I remember looking at that building, and you just totally reminded me because I had just forgotten about it of one day staying there and enjoying that experience because that's something as a kid when I was just be like in class and at times I was just kind of like looking at it, just like, oh, why do I have to sit here and wait till the bell rings? School is important. I was just saying on some days when also on some days I was like really like just like really wanting to realize that dream of mine. And thank you for bringing that back because team
Wow.
put it down for me. I'm definitely gonna go visit Dubai, and also I have a friend there that I've known for quite some time, and just I haven't had a chance to make it out to Dubai. So
Would love you to be here. I would throw you around in Dubai. It would be my pleasure if ever
uh,
you come here.
oh, thank you so much, D. I really appreciate that. Yeah, Marissa and I we're putting it on one of our places. Once yeah, we're putting it on places, and I definitely want to stay in that place. And just imagine
Looking
that,
forward to
like
it, James.
something that as a kid I was just looking at one day, one day, one day, and then one day it will happen. It's the confidence to say it out loud and say it proud. Again, say
Yes.
your dreams out loud. The more you say it out loud, the more energy you give it, the more chance of it coming true becomes. Because I know for a fact, for my own journey, there's so long, so many times before I would just not say it. I wouldn't say it out loud like, oh, what does people think? He's gonna go live in a seven-star hotel, and I'll be like afraid of what people might say, or I'll be afraid like, oh, I don't even know like how much does it cost to stay there for one night, like just
Yeah.
things like that. But when you say it out loud with strength and confidence, what's going to happen is you're going to create more energy to realize that dream.
You'll
Okay?
be wanting it more. And yeah, agree.
Yes, beautiful. So, D, I want to just ask about what is a story you like to share? A story of challenge. It could be from last year. It could be from growing up.
Yeah.
Like, what would be a story you like to share with people?
Well, the one that I would like to share is the latest one, which was during the pandemic. My husband got furlough, and there were no income coming in for our family. I also experienced salary deduction, so we were struggling really hard, and the life here in Dubai is very difficult because expenses is very high. You really need to maintain the house, the rent, everything. So we were struggling, but we found ways. We do all the rackets. I baked. My husband sold some um, soap, laundry soap. I go out my way and sell some stuff just to survive our life for almost a year. But we kept holding on and we worked hard. We find other ways to earn because here all the expats only rely on salaries. When you go out to your home country, mostly we just work in that other country. So yeah, we found ways. I baked, I cooked, and then at the same time, because I still have my work that time, I was just under salary deduction. So I finished baking 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Then the next day I need to go to work. So it was such a struggle, but with all the prayers and the support of the family, we were able to, overcome it. And now my husband is back to work, and I also receive my normal salary now. So everything is starting to go back to normal. But of course, there are still backlogs. But yeah, we're getting there. So it was such a struggle. I know everyone has been experiencing different kinds of struggle during the pandemic. I can just say that keep the faith on, stay focused, and your goals will be achieved for sure. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you for sharing that. And I
Mm-mm.
want to ask you, so when you were feeling that uncertainty of your husband losing his job and like your way and the situation that you were in, what ways did you give yourself more certainty that it was all gonna work out? That was all gonna to keep the faith. What ways did you give yourself that certainty?
I was just telling myself that you cannot give up because what will happen to you tomorrow if you're gonna stop working, if you're gonna stop finding ways? Life goes on. There's always a problem in front of you, but if you just focus yourself in the problem, you won't move on. You won't go forward. So you just find the right way um, to survive. And even though during the struggle, do not bury yourself with all that problem because yeah, sometimes because the problem is too heavy, you get overwhelmed by it. But you always find something to be happy with. I have my 1-year-old daughter with me, making me smile. I have my family back home, and there's a lot of just little things. I had a nice dinner. I had a nice breakfast. So these little things just made me hold on and just continue striving. And I know this will pass. I know this is not permanent. I know that um, people are also struggling there and they're trying their best. So what stops you? Just continue moving. That's what I keep pushing myself, James. Yeah.
I feel your energy and Flow Army, what she just shared with you, there's so much wisdom in what she just shared with you. It's so important to realize to not get buried in the problems. At times it's easy to go there, to feel sorry for ourselves, to like
Yeah.
just stack them on top of each other. When you break yourself and do the pattern interrupt and you scramble the egg and you jump up and just shout like joy, yes, you can change that pattern and focus on like, oh, the beauty of a 1-year-old daughter, the beauty of life, the beauty of, oh yes, what am I grateful for? Like
Yeah.
from that challenge, what did you become more grateful for?
I even made small list actually because it was almost a year, James. There we had financial problem, and so I just keep adding notes. I'm thankful because I still have a job. I'm still receiving this. I'm thankful that I saw my baby smile. This little tiny stuff that just keep me holding on to life. Yeah, just this kind of practices will really help you boost yourself, not to get buried on all the negative energies coming in, especially during the pandemic. We are so isolated. We don't we cannot go out and meet friends. Life really changed because of the pandemic. But yeah, we are very flexible humans and very strong. I know that we can do it. So yeah, just keep pushing and strive strive hard to achieve the goals that we have in life.
Incredible. Like so much wisdom that she just shared with you. The tip that it's a pro golden tip. If you're not, I want you to hear me now. Writing out the tip of what you're grateful for, and then posting them where you can see it. Okay, I want to share a quick story with you, D, and for Flow Army as well. When I first started doing live streaming, it was like, was it a year or 2 years ago? Um, I remember when we were in our apartment in Santa Monica, and Marissa would put these pink post-it notes, like, you are amazing and you are incredible. You are, you're a great speaker. You're so handsome. Like, just like she made a heart of it, right? And before I go on these live streams, I would always like be there, and I would be jumping on my trampoline, giving myself energy. Like, I'm here to serve. It's not about me. It's like stepping up, stepping up, step up, right? And I would see these affirmations, these positive affirmations of love, right? So what she just shared with you all, I highly resonate with that. Like putting a post note. Let me show you guys a post note here. Sound up. Is that when I dance?
Your tip,
I,
Daddy.
yeah, when I dance, I crank the music. So thank you, Flow Army, for reminding me to put the microphone sound back up. But reminders, we all need it. We all need it, no matter who you are, no matter how much money you have in the bank or not, or no matter where you are in the world. We all need that reminder at times. And so I want to honor you and thank you, Dee, for sharing that, because it's a powerful tool. It's a powerful tip. Okay, and I want to ask you, Dee, what is a dream of yours?
Still the beach house.
That's right.
Yeah, no, it's not really the beach house. Just that the thought that my family will be together in this lovely home, wherever it may be, just being together and happy with a simple living. Yeah, James, this is really my, at the same time adding value to the people around me, to my family, friends. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So regarding the beach house, I saw that on the chat. So let's do a quick process here, okay? So I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Breathe in and breathe out. And one more time, breathe in and breathe out. I want you to put both of your hands on your heart, okay? And I want you to just, in your mind's eye, with your eyes closed, I want you to describe this beach house to me. Where is it at?
Yeah. Could be in our province, with the small nipa house. I don't know if you know it. It's just a small nipa house, near the sea, and with the trees, wind breezing. We're having breakfast with my family. Hot coffee. Yeah.
What color do you have on the walls?
It would be wooden. I would like to have a wooden house, beach house. Just the natural color of the wood. Then the sunset, sunrise, I can see it. I can see my daughter playing. I can also anytime, because I also love swimming, so anytime I can go for a swim. Yeah, this can
Describe the water. Like, describe, is it warm? Is it cool?
it would be early in the morning, so it would be a bit cooler, and I can see the fishes swimming as I swam with them. The beautiful corals. Yeah, just a simple province lifestyle.
And I want you to take a deep breath in, breathe out. And in a moment, I want you to just stand up and shout with as much energy to realize that dream. Okay? Send it as much energy as you can. All right? Here we go. I'll do it with you. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God, you just got a beach house! How bad do you want
Not a beach house.
it? Amazing, amazing, amazing. Let's give it up for
A
her.
beach house.
Congratulations, Dee. You have such incredible energy. I love what you share with Flow Army, and I'm going to gift you $100 gift card. Congratulations, Z! And because you not only brought one, you brought two, you brought three people, I'm gonna give you another $50. So you get $150, Z. Congratulations!
Wow, you're very generous. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And maybe put it towards that beach house fund. Blow on.
Yeah, it would go there.
All right, awesome. All right, so we're gonna do a dance. Go ahead, Mary J. And oh, I think did Shanoy dance with us yet? Not yet, right? Oh, oh, okay, because we brought on because she's at work. That's okay. Mary J, go ahead and turn your camera on. And then, what song do you guys love to jam out to? D, do you have a song recommendation? Like one that just brings up the energy, just channel. Like you're gonna be dancing that at the beach house. Nope.
You, whatever song. I'm in the mood of dancing, so any song will do.
Give me 1 second here. Okay, I'll pick a song. All right. Let me see here. I don't think this is it. Give me 1 second.
Fun fact though, James, you're the only one who made me dance. Really, I don't dance at all.
Really? You like always dance. You just always got great energy. I love it. Oh, there we go. Okay. So that's okay. Yeah, okay. While she's doing that, let's give it a second here. While she's doing that, I want to. So D, meet Mary J. Oh, Shanoy's on. Okay. Let me see here. Shanoy, join us on the next one. We're only able to put two people at the same time. Oh, you can still dance. We just won't be able to see you on the stream here. Yeah, that works. Okay. So Mary J, we got D in Dubai, Mary J in Philippines. Actually, Mary J, you did dance with us. Oh yeah. Bring in Shanoy. Bring on in. Make it up. All right. So dance here. Let's do. All right. Actually, let's just do Dynamite. Here we go.
In the stars tonight, so watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Shoes on, get up in the morning, cup of milk, let's rock and roll. Kink out, kick the drum, rolling on like a rolling stone. Sing song when I'm walking home, jump up to the top of LeBron. Ding dong, call me on my phone, nice tea and I'll get my ping pong. This can't hit the baseball, I'm ready. Life is sweet as honey, yeah, this honey. Disco overload, I'm into that, I'm good to go. I'm diamond, you know I glow. Hey, so let's go. 'Cause I'm in the stars tonight. Starfire, set the night light. Hey, shining through the city with a little funky soul. So I'ma light it up like dynamite. Whoa. through the city with a little fucking soul. So light it up like dynamite. This is set the night alight. Shining through the city with a little fucking soul. Someone light it up like dynamite.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Woo! Great job, you guys. Thank you. Make sure you guys go ahead and share. There's still opportunities to win on this live stream. We just have just about an hour. We're gonna do a big dance party at the end. So grateful for you, Shanoy, Mary J, D. Thank you for sharing your story and sharing your energy. I believe we have all your information except for D. Probably go ahead and submit it. Our team will put it into the comments. Yeah, show them some love, you guys. Kareem, great dancers. Rowan, that was sweet. That was awesome. Thank you guys. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, we'll see you guys in a bit. Here we go. Woo! All right. Gives me so much energy to share flow with you guys. It's incredible. So much. Thank you guys for co-creating. All right, let's keep it flowing. Who else has dreams here? Dream about. What dream do you have? Here we go. Kareen, love the music. Dynamite. Congratulations, Kilomo. Yes. Congratulations, Jacqueline. Yes. Give each other some love. Here we go. Unique visualization. All right, there we go. Sound up. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Great. Thanks for the reminders. Here we go. All right. So, dreams. Go ahead and put into the chat, what is a dream? Have you been afraid to speak of your dream? Or some people might say, Flo, I don't know what I want to dream about. I want to say you do. Maybe it's the fear of us even be willing to tell ourselves or share with ourselves even. Like, what is the absolute truth of what you want? What you want to create in the world? Is it a more fulfilling relationship? Is it doing more good for your community, for helping others in the world? Is it to create more abundance to help your family? Is it, what is it that you want to create? Put into the chat, okay? And we're going to keep this flowing on. And speaking of dreams, I want to share another story with you guys about. This one is very deep personal dream, because when I was, I shared with you guys when I moved to America, I just fell in love with basketball, and specifically with the Lakers, Michael Jordan and the Lakers. I know some people are like, oh, you have to pick one. I'm like, I love Michael Jordan is one of the GOATs, the greatest of all time. Like, I remember just watching him like hit game winners after game winners and just be like, man, that guy's got it going on. And being from LA, I'm a huge Laker fan. Throughout the years, as a maybe one day, maybe I can make it to the NBA. And I never told anybody about this because I remember thinking, as an Asian kid, like growing up, there wasn't Jeremy Lin wasn't around at the time. Shout out to Jeremy Lin, and so I didn't see what that was possible. I mean, yes, so I saw Yao Ming and things like that, but even at that time, I don't think it was in my purview, right? It was in my vision of what was possible. But I remember thinking like, oh, you know what? I think to admit to myself that I really, really wanted, really, 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 really wanted to be in the NBA. And I worked so hard for it, you guys. I limited my own dream. I limited it because I was afraid of like what are the odds? Like who am I to say that I'm going to make it to the NBA, right? But I knew deep down in my heart that one day if I could glide in the air like Michael Jordan, one day if I could shoot a three like Nick Van Exel back in the days, Steph Curry, right? So I remember like there was a moment where I was in high school and I have worked from age 6 to 16. So 10 years of just like every day, almost every day, as much as I could, as much opportunity as I could to play ball. And I remember thinking like limiting myself because I was like, oh, maybe I could make it to college, or maybe I could play overseas, and maybe one day I could make it to the NBA. Until one day, I was in high school, and I remember reading this newspaper, and I saw an article on there. It was saying something like, the probability of a person under 6'1" or 6'2", under 6 foot, the probability of you making the NBA is like some statistic like you have to get struck by light a couple times or something. Like it was very low odds. And I remember like I was training in the mornings, I was training after school. I was just like, and for me, I just love it. I would just play it all the time. Just gave me energy, just like I'm dancing with you guys, gives me so much energy, right? And I remember when I read this article, I remember it was silent, but it was quick. I remember the logical mind of feeling like, oh, I'm not an over 6 foot. Like, I don't have crazy hops. Who am I to think that I could make the NBA? And I remember that time. It's quite sad how quickly I gave up on that dream. Well, I didn't tell anybody about it, so it didn't matter. And I remember just giving up hope. And I remember thinking, it's too hard. What if I fail? What if I tell this to my parents and they laugh at me, or like again, going of fear, doubt, of uncertainty. What happened was, I didn't even go for college. I thought, if not making the MBA, it's going to be that difficult. And, even if I could make it to a Division 3 school or Division 2 school, what does it matter? And this is a conversation that I didn't tell anyone because I was afraid of failing. So in my high school, I made a decision, just silently, just didn't talk about it, and that dream just disappeared. Now, I'm very grateful for all the things that have happened to me in life. I'm very grateful that let go. I'm able to share it with you right now. Because what is a dream of yours? What is a dream of yours that you want to realize more than anything? That gives you energy, gives you joy, that can make a contribution out in the world, that can make a difference. What is a dream of yours? And in a little bit, we're going to bring on a couple people to share their dreams and share their story we've been doing. I share this story with you guys because don't let it happen to you, right? Be bold, be brave, if what I've said here really truthful and honest with yourself, I want you to just put into the chat, what is a dream that you want to realize? And give it energy. Say it with confidence. Say it with with certainty. Right? And so I share this dream now, even as I think about it. It's like, why did I give that up? Maybe I could have played, Division 3, Steve Nash. He played Division 3 and he became one of the greats point guards in the world. He didn't have the athleticism like Vince Carter dunking all over everyone. So now I realize the mistake that I made, mistake that I felt, and because of the shame that I lived afterwards of like, oh, well, I didn't tell anyone about it. And now I'm telling the world about it. Because it's from that feeling of failure that I want you to learn something from it, to take away from it. A couple dreams out here. I want to become a family life counselor. Life with Tamoya. My best dream. Beautiful. Rowan, if only you didn't give in, you might have made it. Yep. Maybe I could have played in Asia first. And then Jeremy Lin, let's go. And that's why trailblazers are so important. Those who do something that gives hope, that gives inspiration. Be like, oh, how many people have President Obama inspired? Right? How many people have Jeremy Lin? Right? Ellen DeGeneres, like people who are out there making an impact, making a change, inspiring people. I absolutely love it. Corinne, I dream to have dinner with my husband and children. My dream to have a complete family. Dion, I let go of my dream to be a doctor. So now I want to fulfill the dream of my daughter to become a doctor. Become a doctor? I will support her to achieve that dream. Insanity. Let me see what other. Yeah. Let me see if this is recharged yet. Okay. Okay. I dream to dance. Nice. Dream big. Yes. Jocelyn, I want to be a famous singer. Jocelyn, I want to become a successful businesswoman to have and give better life for my loved ones. Dream to have self-confidence. You got it, Mary J. You already got it. I see you working it. Retire early and live the life. Oh, all good, Angeline. Very grateful for you. Dream is to be a recognized critical care nurse. How about every day, I'm the most incredible nurse ever. I'm going to go out there and serve. So something that Jocelyn. Dream is my desire that I want to become true and achieve one day. Oh, I love the 7 hearts. I love that. All right, let's see about bringing Jocelyn. Jocelyn Villaganes up. Okay, let's elevate her into the room. All right, what is a dream? What does that scene look like? Let me tell you, like I saw Michael Jordan dunking, I was just like, that is the most awesome thing. How do I get hops? And so what I would do is I would walk around and while we're waiting for her, I would always like jump around imagining I'm dunking. I remember like there's this room of the living room. I remember just like always jumping, trying to touch it. Right? When I was young, I was just every time I jump by, I was just like just jump, just jump. And then as I got older, I got taller. Now imagine I'm just dunking on it, and doing different dunks like windmills, backspins, and things like that. Until it was my brother or my mom. She got a great idea to have this portable dunking thing in the pool, and we would just like spend these summer afternoons. It's just like so much beautiful quality time with my brother, and we would just like have these one-on-one games, and we would just dunk all the time. It always brought me so much joy. Jack, if you're listening, I love you, bro. Appreciate that, those memories growing up. And let's see if Jocelyn is here. Jocelyn, what's up? Go to gallery guests here. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Great job, V.
Hello.
Hey, Jocelyn. Where are you
Hi,
tuning in
how are
from?
you? Fine.
Hi, where are you tuning in from?
Philippines.
Philippines. Oh, so it's a bit late for you over there, or early, depending on how you look at it.
I'm not sleeping yet.
So, Jocelyn, I want to ask you if you can share with Flow Army a
Hmm.
story of challenge, a story of struggle. Like, it can be last year, it can be any time in your life.
Yes. Because of the pandemic, I lost my job.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hello.
Yes, I
I,
can hear you. Go ahead.
uh,
So,
I lost my job. Then I
what
start
were you working as?
as a computer secretarial.
A computer. What again?
Secretariat.
Okay.
Secretary.
Oh, a computer secretary. Gotcha, gotcha. Okay.
Mhm.
And that was last year during the pandemic. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Still now I don't have work, so I decided to start a small business.
Yes.
Pursuing at home. I'm sewing pillowcases, bed sheets, and flat sheets to sell, starting for my family, friends, and for my neighbors. Then now I'm selling online.
Beautiful. Incredible.
Mhm.
I love it. So let's go back to when you lost that job and you first heard the news. How did you feel?
Sad, um, afraid, frustrated, and so much stress.
Mm. And how long did you stay in that?
For the whole time, I think I'm not stressed when I started joining your live stream on YouTube since October. Your first, I think, 24 or 12 hours stream. Then I hear your motivations. Then don't give up. So still fighting. Then for my daughters, she's sleeping. That's fine.
Oh, no, all good, all good. And so when you were feeling that uncertainty, and you
Mhm.
know, so you started coming to our live stream. Thank you, by the way. Thank you for being part of Flow Army. I always see your beautiful hearts and what you share out with people. So
Mhm.
going back, like like what ways did you, uh, what helped you get out of that? Like what helped you focus on, let's say, gratitude, or what helped you break from that pattern?
Um, I think a lot of solutions, so I don't mind the problem for at first, because if I think the problem, I know I can't find or think about solutions. So I think solution first before burying myself in that problem. So I that's why I came up with the idea to sue or start the business with the sewing.
Mm. And it's about resourcefulness. It's about
Yes.
resourcefulness and coming up with solutions. One thing I
Mm-hmm.
want to share with Flow Army, while what you just brought up, is this idea of problems and solutions.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I read in my journey as an entrepreneur is I would study other entrepreneurs, like people who've already done it, people who are already successful, and what do they talk, what do they focus on, what do they What do they eat? What do they do? Right? And so I heard about something that I feel called to share with everyone that you just inspired me to share, which is I read somewhere that leaders and entrepreneurs and people who create abundance, they focus 95% of the time on solutions
Mm-hmm.
versus 5% of the time on the problems.
Yes.
Now, the idea is that, you know, what would it look like if someone focused 100% of the time on problems? They're just focused on the problems. They're just,
Yes, it
just,
is.
just like, oh, this water's no
Good.
longer hot,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
my gratitude
Yeah.
alarm went off in the middle of a live stream, like right.
You're seeing problem on a small things that it don't have to think.
Exactly, exactly. And so that's a powerful wisdom that she just shared with you all, because how many of you, go ahead and put into the chat, how many in YouTube as well, how many of you, like, what percentage do you focus out of 100% of time, and you divide it by problems and solutions, what percentage do you, just again, this is for yourself, this is just for yourself to be aware and be honest and true to what number you put, right? Again, go ahead and put into the chat, because it's that self-awareness that can help you break out of that pattern and to create more success in your life. Okay, great. Now, I want to ask you with this, what is your hope for 2021?
Um, to end this pandemic, for us to learn how to love ourselves, then to more be careful, especially to our health, to our
Mm,
family, then show and value time with your loved ones.
mm. Quality time with family, focused on your
Yes.
health. Uh, these are all such important aspects, because, again, like, we're going to be creating more content, teaching people about abundance and how to generate that, because I've been focused on that since I was 5 years old. Um, and and it's also important to realize that if you don't have your health, if you don't
Mm.
have those quality connections in life with yourself and with others, you know, you might be falling into the trap of thinking you need one thing when it's really whatever that thing is, that, that big house, or that money, or that island, or whatever it is. You might fall into that trap of thinking you need one thing when you are sacrificing your health, or sacrificing other things to try to achieve that. And that's one of the things that I experienced, Jocelyn, is of feeling like there was never enough time. For
Yes.
achievers, they're like, there's never enough time. I don't have time to work out. I got bills to pay. I got a business to grow. And realize that when you give yourself that recharge, whether it's just coming on Flow Gives Live for 2 songs to dance, positive energy, um, love and support in a community, whether it's just taking a power nap, even a 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, whatever it is for your schedule. Again, I'm teaching you guys the mindset of abundance, of what it means for success. And for everyone's situation is different. We're tuning in from all over the world, right? And our situations are different, but I'm planting the seed for you guys of what it means, of what a success means for you. I'm asking the questions, and it's for you to take ownership and see, like I saw 80% Diane solution, great. 30% of the problem, 70%, great, right? Wherever it is that you're at, be truthful with yourself, and then know your dream, know your outcome. Because the more you know that dream and outcome, the more you can focus on it, and you can go towards it. For so long, I didn't know what I wanted. For so long, I thought it was just about money. So I would start this business. Yeah, I made money. I started this business. Yeah, I made money. I started so many different businesses, and yes, I've made money. It wasn't until I realized that's not actually what fulfilled me. It was the contribution element, what I could do with that abundance. And so these are powerful distinctions that I'm sharing with you because I don't want you guys to fall into to the trap of thinking you might need something just because your neighbor just got that shiny new thing and you're like, oh, well, why don't I have that? And just complain about it. Right? Learn to give value for others as an entrepreneur. And that's why I'm so proud of you, Jocelyn, for, like taking ownership and saying, you know what? I'm going to go start a business. Next. What's next? Okay. I'm going to go start something new. Fortune favors the bold. And I'm not telling you guys, again, hear me now. I'm not saying that for everyone, oh, yeah, go quit your job tomorrow. I'm saying that to know what you want, and she shared with me what she wanted. Know what you want and have the courage to create a space for it and stand for that. And so, Jocelyn, what is with your business that you just started? What is right now? It's March. What is an outcome that you would like to have before the end of the year? Like it's
Um,
more like a certain
I
number.
am planning to expand. I am planning and I'm going to expand. If this business going to be hit on online and in person, then I'm going to expand it and more business to come and more happiness, more inspiration and everything for us. Not for me and for all my loved ones.
Hmm, that is beautiful.
Thank you.
About growing and whatever challenges comes up, reframing them as opportunities. Well, what did I learn now? What did I learn now? And how can I give to my family more? That's awesome. That's such a, I encourage all of you guys who are listening, like, hear me now. You are enough. You are worth it. Don't be afraid to suppress your dreams and like feel like you have to sacrifice in order to do something. Okay, I've done it for many years, so I know what that feeling's like. I know that feeling of like, oh, I don't have time to eat healthier. I don't have time for this, right? And just as a fellow entrepreneur, I'm excited for you, Jocelyn. I'm excited for what you create. Um, and you said, what was the product you said that you guys sell?
Um, Bed sheets, pillowcases, then flatted sheets.
Bed
Then
sheets.
I'm going to level up for curtains, then for sofa sheets and chair.
Do you have a name of a website?
Bed sheets
Yeah, are you creating a website or are you selling them on like
on my
Amazon,
Facebook.
on Facebook? Great, great. Who is your target audience?
For those who have family, then specific, no specifically persons, but all.
Mm. So one of the things that I've learned on my journey is with the business, you want to get clear on what your avatar looks like. Like, is it the mother of a family with three kids? You know, are they what are they doing in the morning, right? Are they doing yoga? Like, what brands do they like? What do they talk about? Where did they buy stuff? Where, the more clear you can get on your avatar, on who you're selling it to, the more you can step into that and think, what would they like? What would add value to them? Okay, so I would like to offer you, and I don't do this often, I would like to offer you a 1 hour coaching session and to share with you some tactical advice about my journey and about what ways for you to grow and expand your business. Would that be of value for you?
Okay, thank you.
Wonderful. Okay, so, and I'll also like to gift you $100 gift card.
Oh
Okay?
my God. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Sir
To
Sage.
add some
Thank you.
flow to your business. Flow on. Okay. And regarding, yeah, so we'll do that. And thank you for sharing your story. And for those of you guys, and okay, so it's 2:18. I'm gonna go and share, start wrapping up. Let me see. Do we have time for one more? So thank you so much, Jocelyn. Really appreciate you.
Thank
And
you
make
so
sure you
much.
fill out the Google form. My team will put it into the chat. And good luck with your business. And remember, take ownership. Like what?
Yeah.
Keep thinking, what way can I add value? So just real quick, it's an internet business. Again, like if at times before I would think, how can I just sell things for as cheap as possible to move volume? And while that can be the case, but it's not always the case. Look for what other ways that you can add value, a personal touch, and we'll get into this in our one-on-one. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much, Sir Sage. Thank
Great.
you.
Flow on. Awesome.
Flow on.
All right. So, has this been helpful for you guys? Go ahead and put in the chat if this has been helpful for you guys. Yes, congratulations, Jocelyn. Let's do here. Flow Army, giving vibes. The high vibe tribe. Crystal, what is the business name for we can share it? Yes, put into the chat, Jocelyn, what your business name is or your a link if you have for your website. Strong mindset, Kareen. Nice. Thank you, Kareen. Crystal, I wish to start a business, but I'm afraid to. Hmm. So all these stories are helpful. Listen to the voice of love. Remember. Oh, here we go. Remember, Crystal, to not let fear, because fear. Let's have a topic about fear. Fear is actually a light post. Let me repeat that. Fear is actually a light post in what you actually want. So let me share in a softer tone here. Here we go. So why do I say that? Because behind the fear could be one of the greatest gifts ever. Because perhaps, let's say, let's use the example what Crystal mentioned. You want to start a business, but you're afraid to. What are you afraid of? Are you afraid it might not succeed? Are you afraid you might not be able to do the job? Where is that actual fear coming from? Right? Because what happens, why do people fear things? Well, a reason is that perhaps they encountered a pain of some sort. Perhaps they encountered a pain that hurt so bad that the fear, the mind, no, 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 no. Remember that time you tried to sell ice cream and start a business in the playground and the teachers gave you detention and laughed at you? And then imagine growing up 30 years later. You hate your job. You know you're meant to be an entrepreneur, but you just can't do it because that fear. Every time you're like, oh, I got this great idea. I'm going to start a coffee machine that plays music from Italy while you drink it, right? And you're like, oh, that's so. One day you're like, oh, it's a great idea. And then one day you're like, oh, it's so stupid. Who would ever buy that? And you just get stuck. You get stuck in something that you want, but it creates fear. And so you're like, do I really want it? Am I afraid? Well, what's going on? And so the fear is a light post because it can shine the light on what you actually want. Let me give you an example. I had this breakthrough when I was at Mind Valley, actually, and I was learning from this amazing speaker. He spoke on Tony Robbins events before, and he spoke all over the world, and he was talking about what I'm going to share with you right now. He said, as a speaker, like, one of the number one most feared things in the world is public speaking. Like, it's either up there or above being burned alive. Being burned alive, like, that is, what the level of fear that people have. Why is that? Perhaps being afraid of being judged, afraid of what if they don't like me? Flow Army thinks I dance too much. Right? Just like, what if? Now, what he shared in speaking is that if you didn't know you wanted to speak, you wouldn't be afraid of it. Let me say that again. If you knew you didn't want to be a speaker, you wouldn't be afraid of it. So, as another example, like, how many of you guys have ever skydived before? Go ahead and put into the chat. Put into the chat if you have ever skydived before, or any of you want to skydive. Oh, nice. V, we got the chat up. I see you guys. Here we go. Never allow fear to stand in front of your dream. Yes, Life with Tomoya. Fear is only in the mind. I need to raise enough money to buy the material, so I'm scared of it not going well. Fear as a light post shines light on what you actually want. With skydiving, if I were to say to you, okay, who wants to go skydive? Who wants to skydive right now? If you knew that you have no desire to skydive, it's just like, well, I don't care about skydiving. But if there's a part of you that's like, oh, I've always wanted that jumping off of a plane, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid. What should I do? And that's where we get stuck. What you want and what you fear. Remember, I'm going to say this over and over. The brain is designed for you to survive, but it's not designed for you to thrive. And so, face your fears, Laika, yes. I'll add skydiving to my bucket list. Yes, Shanoy. Amazing. Skydiving, not yet, but I wanted to try it so badly one day. Yes, Jocelyn. Afraid of heights. Ooh, Karine, that's a great example. Thank you. Afraid of heights. Afraid of heights. So, afraid of heights, fear of. Let's bring Karine up. Karine, come on up. Would love to skydive too. Oh yes, I heard Dubai skydiving. Seen that building. Oh, that would be amazing. That's a great idea, D. That is a great idea. Okay. Skydiving is not on my list. It's okay. Again, it's about owning who you are and what you want, what you like. So I saw here Karine. Let's see if she's here, available to talk. And Shanoy, let's go skydiving. Yes. Set a date. Set a time. Set location. Set that as an intention so that your mind knows what to focus on. Right? Remember, your mind is like this phone. It's like Google. Oh, let me do it here. It's like Google. You're like, oh, what am I going to search for today? I'm going to search for, lots of messages. But I'm going to search for let me hold this down a little bit. I'm going to search for, what do I want? So skydiving. You know what? It's actually a pretty good place to skydive. And there's a place right down the street that I didn't know. All right, I'm going to go and I'm going to save up enough money. I'm going to summon the courage. I'm going to go do it. If your mind searches, if you Google, what are the chances someone will die skydiving? Oh, snap. And out of like the probability, which is very low, the probability is like, oh my goodness. And you focus on that. Forget who wants to skydive. I want to live. right? So recognize that your brain is like Google and it returns the results. Let me see. Oh, Corinne, there's Corinne. I'm gonna go to guest. Three, two, one. Boom.
Hi, Sage.
Hi, Corinne. What's up?
Hi, thank you for being here. Never lose hope. I really want to share my story since the beginning of the game. But the time is running, so never lose hope.
Very grateful. Very grateful you're here to join us and to share. And very grateful for your energy. And I want to ask you a
Thank
question.
you. Sure.
You we were talking about skydiving, and you mentioned something. You're afraid of heights.
Yes, I'm afraid of height. I usually watch YouTube and Facebook who skydive. I feel that I'm on their situation,
Okay.
and I don't know how to handle the
Okay.
height.
The heights. Okay. So let me
I
ask
don't know
you.
if I can breathe.
Mhm. Feels like you can't breathe. Okay. And let me ask you. Uh, when you were young, was there something that happened that caused you to be afraid of heights? Was there some fear or pain or something that happened to you younger?
Yes, as I remember, my mother carried me when I was young, and we're going. She's carrying me that I'm afraid that I might fall on the water on the is that a sea?
Uh huh.
Maybe it's that's what I remember. She's
Hmm.
carrying me like this, and then I'm just watching the view, and then when I watch down, so I might fall. Maybe I might fall. So
Did you ever actually fall once? Do you remember?
not yet.
Not yet. Watch
Not
the
yet.
language, Karine. You're not a baby anymore. You're standing on your 2 feet.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I asked that because a lot of times the fear comes from something that happened, and sometimes we don't even remember it. Sometimes it's something that happened to us, and it was like so young that we forgot about it consciously, but unconsciously, it's still a part of us. And so, Corinne, when you were sharing that example, that moment, and you were looking down, you were afraid you were gonna fall. When you were looking up, what did you experience? Do you remember that? Do you remember like what you felt, or like when you were like up there and your mom was carrying you, like when you weren't looking down? What was your experience like?
Like I feel that I'm drowning when I look down, and when I try to look up, I feel that I am floating on the air. That I don't know that I will be elevated. I don't know. I don't have any. Like I'm floating. That I don't know where to go. So that's why I'm afraid of height. I'm afraid of water. I'm afraid of. I'm afraid not to breathe that freely. That something suffocating me. That with that air, that water, that everything. I'm afraid of that thing.
Hmm. Would you like to get rid of that fear?
Sure, if I have some opportunity, I want to try. Of course, on my age, of course, I want to try everything.
How has that fear of heights impacted your life?
I do when I traveled. I do when I traveled, and when I was on the airplane, sitting on the plane. Every time they how do you call that when there's you're going to
Turbulence. Turbulence.
yes, the turbulence, yes, and then sometimes you're shaking. I cannot control my hands for um holding the bars, and then pray to all the saints that please keep me safe.
Hmm.
Please
Hmm.
let me handle this fear.
Hmm. Has it ever prevented you from doing anything that might bring you joy?
Yes, and I divert my attention to what I'm doing is I divert my attention to music. I put my headphones on, so I divert all my attention not to scared and afraid of
And
anything.
what
So
music do you listen to?
dance music, Zumba music to be specific.
A soothing music or dance music?
Dance music, Zumba music.
Dance music to get your mind off of it. So you're just like,
Yes,
oh, okay,
just to divert my attention, just to divert my fear into happy thoughts.
beautiful. It's a way to reframe the pattern and focus on something different versus
Yes.
like looking outside the window and watching the wing and like right. So
Yes.
there's something that I want to share with you and Flow Army is that when you fear something, you have the ability with your mind to make it small. You can make something big or you can make it small. You can make what you enjoy, what brings you joy, big, right, in your face, like, yes, yes, celebration, you know? And you can make something that you're afraid. I remember doing this process, this NLP, when we had live events. And it was my first live event. This woman was scared of cockroaches. And so every time you describe it, she'd be like, oh my God, it's right there. It's right in front of me. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's even imaginary. She would make it big and bright and you know, it's like right there. It's like boom. It's like a super giant in her face versus like helping her minimize it, making it just a tiny, 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 tiny cockroach. So with you, Kareen, that process will take a. I would like to offer you, if you're up for it, I would like to offer you a 1 hour coaching session if you like to get rid of this fear, because I've learned some tools and techniques that can help you get rid of it.
Sure. It's my approach. It's my pleasure join you guys.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, so I would like to gift that to you, and also I'll gift you a $50 gift card. So congratulations! Thank you for
Thank
sharing
you.
your story, and then maybe we can come back on another live stream in a future time and share the results with everyone.
Sure. Thank you so much, James.
Amazing, amazing. And Corinne, what's your favorite dance dance song?
Favorite dance. I love it when you're dancing. Yeah, yeah. Something like that. I
Okay,
just heard it yesterday on when I'm listening when I'm doing my exercise.
I love it. So it's so what we can perhaps do is maybe I'd like to offer you an opportunity to co-host Flow Gives Live for everyone.
Sure, sure.
Yep,
I'm excited to do that by next week. Sure.
yep. And
Anytime,
then
James.
maybe you can pick that song. Just send us two songs that bring energy and your flow, and then we can have that. I think we have some people lined up for next week. Oh, okay, Rocky. Yeah, so Rocky's hosting next week. Great. So we'll set up a time for you to
Sure.
I think maybe in 2 or 3 weeks. Okay.
Sure,
And
I'm
then
more than happy to do that.
wonderful, wonderful. So pick your songs, and then we'll do a process that can help you. That will help you like overcome because I know what that is like when you break free of something that's been holding you back. Right? Break free. Just imagine like you're sitting on a train, a plane, and then there's a little turbulence, and you're just in your queen mode, just like calming other people down, right? All right. So great. Awesome. All right. So let's, as we're about to wrap up here, let's go ahead and start elevating people into the Zoom room, and we're gonna go and we're gonna dance a song. And yes, thank you so much, Corinne. Appreciate it. And I'll see you soon in the gallery mode. All right. So I'm gonna sing a song while we're bringing people in, so that let's see here. Okay. So changing your story. Oh, yes. My team will let me know who has shared and tagged us with a changing your story. Okay. Make sure you share and tag us. And then make sure you also share, share the post and go out there and share with someone that share with those. It might not seem like they need it, but if it brings you joy, it's not on us to make that judgment. If it brings you joy and happiness of what you experienced here today, go ahead, tag us at SageFlow on Instagram. Go ahead and tag us on, if you're on Facebook, SageFlow Official. My team will put it into the chat. And then I'm going to play a song while people bring on, and then V can get those set up. So this song is called A Million Dreams. And this is about giving energy to what you want to dream. And I'll play this while we're bringing people in and we're setting it up. Here we go. Test, test, test. Sound check, check. I close my eyes and I can see the world is waiting up for me that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build, is filled with things from far away. The special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They say we lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me. A million dreams, a million dreams. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make. Oh, wow. Yeah, everyone's here. What's up, guys? Mambanga, Mary J, Jacques, Angeline, Caroline, Jocelyn, Shanoy, Kakate, Laika, Live with Tamoy. Rowan, what's up, Rowan? All right. So, I'm going to do something here. Here we go. Okay. So, speed round. Speed round. We're going to just ask a couple people to unmute and just ask, what is one thing that you learned? What is one thing that you learned? Let's start with Marissa. What's up, Marissa? What's up, love?
Incredible.
One thing she learned was incredible.
Yes, I really want to share with everyone. I just feel this with this incredible stage flow. Please share your really incredible energy with us. It's just the best thing I learned today.
Yay! Thank you, Marissa. All right, so let's go with Angeline. Angeline, while you go unmute, I'll pick Crystal first. Go ahead, Crystal.
I learned how to be nice to each other and always be proud of yourself and always accomplish what you want and don't let anyone let you down.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Crystal. Accomplish what you want. You have the power to take ownership of your life. Thank you for sharing. Life with Tamoy. Tamoya. What's one thing you learned today? Hi.
I learned that fear is a light post and you should never allow it to get in the way of your dreams.
Beautiful. Thank you for showing. Thank you for sharing, Tamoya. Woo! Mabanga. What's up, Mabanga? What did you learn today? Hi. What is one thing you learned today?
Always dream big.
Always dream big. Yes. Beautiful. Carolise, I saw you there. What's up, Carolise? All right, we'll come back to you. Rowan, what's one thing you learned today, Rowan? Rowan? What's one thing you learned? Rowan? All good. Carolise, are you back on? All right, all good. Let's go to Jack. Jack Porte.
Yourself. Always believe in yourself.
Yes!
Always believe in yourself.
Always believe in yourself. Amazing, amazing. All right.
And also,
I love it. All right, here. I'm gonna pick a song here, and I want you guys to go out there and live your dreams, to be magnificent you. And so, what song? Let's do this. I want you guys to keep the flow going. All right, I'm gonna play Can't Stop the Feeling. The feeling that whatever you felt today, that feeling of empowerment, of joy, of courageousness, of love, of contribution, whatever breakthrough that you have, recognize that now is when you start. Okay? Start building that up. Here we go.
Sorry, I don't have audio earlier.
All good. Here we go.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. All through my city, all through my home. We're flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights, when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. Ooh, Just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance. Feel the good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. Stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. Stop the feeling. Yeah. So keep dancing.
Oh, here we go, here we go. We're gonna end up strong. Flow Army, where you at? Yeah, Kareem, get it, girl.
I can't stop the. I can't stop the.
Get it, Kareem.
I can't stop the. I can't stop the. I can't stop the. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel the good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. Everybody say. Break it down. Got this feeling in my body. Can't stop the feeling. Got this feeling in my body.
Everybody, move your hair.
Great job, you guys. Great job, great job, great job. All right. So, let's do that.
I want to speak to him. He forgot to.
All right. So, great job, you guys. Very grateful for each and every one of you guys for tuning in and joining us on this live stream. So grateful for the co-creation. And I want to give a couple of shout outs. It's really key and important. Like when we come together, all like turn on your cameras and dance with us. You never know when there's an opportunity to win. So Jack Forte, I saw you and your son there working it. All right, congratulations. You get a $20 gift card. Crystal, you get a $20 gift card. And Arian, you get a $20 gift card. Congratulations. Again, it's about sharing the energy. It's about teaching and creating and co-creating together. I love all of you guys, each and every one of you. Thank you for joining us. So grateful. And we're going to have a Flow Gives Friday on Friday. We're going to have a co-host leading it. Me and Marissa, we're going to be on a plane. And so wanted to just send you guys our love and enjoy. There's going to be opportunities to flow and dance wherever you are. Remember, you. Okay, sound up. Did you guys hear that? Good? You guys heard that? Okay. All right, so I was giving shout outs to Arian, Jacques, and Crystal. You guys win $20 gift card. And much love and much gratitude to each and every one of you. Flow Army, it brings me so much joy to co-create this with you guys. And flow on. Love you guys. Go ahead. You guys can unmute and just say what's up. Go ahead and unmute. Yay! Give
Flow on!
Flow on!
Bye.
Flow on!
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Flow on.
Flow on!
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Flow
Much
on.
love, much gratitude.
Flow on.
Flow on! All right. Appreciate you guys on Zoom.
Thank you. Thank